Hi Ryan, this is Coach Smart with ABC Baseball Camps. I'm going to do your hitting evaluation today, so if you're ready, Ryan, let's go. Okay, so let's get you in a neutral position here so we can check your setup, okay? So from a setup standpoint, that looks pretty good. Your feet are parallel, okay, which is good. Your hands are in a good position up here. You got that top hand about even with your ear hole in your helmet, which is real good. So let's watch and see what you do here. Okay, so the first thing I noticed, Ryan, is what you do in your stride foot, your front foot, when it lands. Okay, it lands to a kind of open position. And Ryan, I can't emphasize enough to you and your dad, whoever's helping you with your hitting, the importance of that not happening. Okay? If your back foot starts like this, straight and parallel, and your front foot starts like this, straight and parallel, when your stride foot lands, it needs to remain straight and parallel. And when you let it open up like you're doing right there, it opens a huge can of worms. Right now, your front hip has already opened up a little bit. And when your front hip opens up, so does your front shoulder and your front side. And that's what every hitter in the world is fighting, is letting their front side open up early. From the little leagues to major leagues, that's an issue with every hitter. And you kind of open that foot up, and that just kind of opens a door for that to happen to you. And you want to fight that, fight that, fight that. Okay, it's one of the biggest flaws you can have as a hitter. The good news is, Ryan, is that it's pretty easy to fix. Okay, it takes a little time, it takes a little bit of discipline, but it's pretty easy to fix. Okay, my youngest son Taylor, who is now at the University of Tennessee playing baseball, had the same issue when he was a little guy like you. And what I did was I went out in the garage and I put a piece of tape down in the garage. Okay, and I put a piece of tape down where his back foot starts, where his front foot starts in his regular stance, and then where we wanted his front foot to land. Okay? And then what I did was I took a couple 2x4s and I put one right there, and I put the other one right here. And I basically built what we call a stride box. And it forced Taylor to start with his back foot on the back line, his front foot on the middle third line, and then that front foot, that line in front. And he couldn't step like you are. He couldn't make that move to open up. He couldn't make that move to close off his swing. He had to step straight. And for 2 or 3 weeks in a row, for 5 minutes a night, he'd go out there and with his bat in the garage and just take dry swings. And after he did that, he never had to worry about that again. So part of being a hitter, Ryan, is you need to determine how bad Ryan wants to be good. I've been coaching for a long time, buddy, and I've only had one hitter in all my years of coaching that could, what we call, fall out of bed and hit. In other words, this kid in high school would come to the first day of high school practice, having not picked up a bat the whole winter, and walk on the field and start smacking line drives everywhere. Every other hitter I've ever worked with has had to turn themselves into a hitter So a lot of hitting is about how bad do you want to be good. How bad do you want to change some stuff. So let's get back to what you're doing here. Okay, so let's take a look at you at the point of contact. We get there or not? We're a little ahead of it. Let's start there. Okay, in a perfect world, that ball would be right about here instead of where it's at back here. But so at this position here, Ryan, you're in pretty good shape. If that ball was where I put that little yellow ball in there, you have all the classic looks we're looking for, which is the bent arm there, this arm being straight, your head right behind the barrel of the baseball. So those are all good. That's all good positions for you to be in. Okay. One thing that's not as good is this toe right here. Okay. You're on your tippy toe there, and I want you to be more on the ball of your foot. And the reason I say that, buddy, is because it's going to give you a better chance to, with more force, drive that knee down to the inside of that front foot. Okay, and that's really important. Okay, let's look at another swing. Uh-oh. You must be a switch hitter. Here, hang on a second. Let's get rid of that line. Let's move this up. And where are you at? There you are. Okay, so let's watch your left-handed swing. I only get one of those to see, huh? Hang on. Okay, so from a position of contact, Ryan. Okay, same, a pretty good look there from a standpoint of where your hands are and stuff. Again, you got your L here, which is good. Your right arm straight. Those are all good things. This swing seems to be a little bit more uphill, which you want to stay away from because swinging uphill is going to make you longer, and we don't want to be longer. We're always shooting to be shorter, right? So we got to make sure we do that. But nice finish on that swing. I think you'd want to get a little wider if you're going to continue to try to hit left-handed. You don't want to either start wider or stride to a wider position so you're more athletic. You're a little bit too narrow, and that's going to cut down the amount of force you can bring to your in your legs to your lower half to create energy going up the hill or going up your body. Okay, Ryan, I hope that stuff helped you a little bit, and I want to thank you and your parents for coming to ABC baseball camps, and we look forward to seeing you again next year. Thank you.